G1000. Temperature 35 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius. Altimeter 297.5 inches of mercury. Remarks. Density altitude 3.
Chandler traffic 12386 is taxiing to run up area for 30 Chandler.
Fresno, Chandler Executive Airport.
Automated weather observation 0326 Zulu. Wind missing. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000. Temperature 35 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius. Altimeter 297.5 inches of mercury. Remarks. Density altitude 3000.
Fresno, Chandler Executive Airport.
Automated weather observation 0327 Zulu.
Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is entering runway 30. We will be left closed pattern traffic, Chandler. Pull out, lights, camera, gas is on both. Trim for takeoff, flaps are off, mags are on both, avionics are on, master's on. Get it lined up and slow increase to full power. Watching our engine instruments, oil pressure's in the green, oil temperature's coming up, vacuum is good. Our airspeed is alive, we're looking for 55 knots. There's 55 and we'll rotate. One more right rudder. Keep on a heading of 293 or try to. Climbing out at about 70, we're looking for 800 feet before we can start our turn for crosswind. Chandler traffic 12386 is upwind, 30 Chandler traffic, left closed pattern. Keeping our eyes outside. Nose it over a little bit. Chandler traffic 12386 is turning left crosswind, 30 Chandler traffic. Looking for about 200 degrees. 200 on the heading. And we're looking for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is turning left downwind, 30 Chandler traffic. As we pass through 1,100 feet, we'll go ahead and decrease a little bit of our power here. So we're looking for about 120 heading here, and about 1,300 feet. Turning in on it just a little bit. So there's our 1,300 feet. We'll nose it over. We are abeam the numbers. We'll go ahead and reduce the power just a little bit. Speed's under 110. First notch flaps. Just reduce the power a little bit more. Keep it coming down. Speed's below 85. Second notch. We're looking to get that runway about 45 degrees behind us. Lights coming on. Go ahead and chop the power, go full flaps. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is turning left base for 30 Chandler. Speed's good, altitude's good. Got a little bit of a headwind here, so we kind of got to crab it in. Getting a little slow, so we'll nose it over. Keep that descent coming in. Chandler traffic 12386 is turning final 30 Chandler traffic. Over, hands off, nice nose down altitude, about 300 feet per minute descent. Go ahead and chop the power a little more because we're a little bit high. As we come on to intersect the final course here, our glide slope indicator should give us an idea of where we're at. I know we're well above the glide slope currently. Chandler traffic 12386 is short final 30 Chandler traffic. Getting a little slow, so we'll nose it over just a little bit. We're well above glide as it is, so we're coming on to the glide right there. Go ahead, and we were looking for 2 red and 2 white, which means we were on glide. Looking to keep our center line. Speeds is a little slow, so we'll go ahead and nose it over a little bit, add in a little bit of power. Speeds are good, altitude's good. As we come across the threshold, go ahead and hold it off, holding it off, holding it off, holding it off. And flaps up, full power. 55 knots, bring it up. Trim it nose up a little more. Chandler traffic 12386 is upwind 30 Chandler traffic, left closed pattern. Again, we're looking for about 800 feet before we start our turn for crosswind. Add a little bit of a crosswind there, speaking of crosswinds. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is turning left crosswind for 30 Chandler traffic. Alright, flaps are up, fuel's on both. We're looking to climb to about 1,300 feet, which is our traffic pattern altitude. Right now I'm looking for about 200 degrees on our heading as we roll out on crosswind. A little more right rudder here to keep the ball centered. Keeping our eyes out the window, looking for any traffic coming into the area. 5 and start our current. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is turning left downwind for 30 Chandler traffic. As we pass through 1300, reduce our speed just a little bit. Reduce our climb rate. We are looking for about 120 degrees here on our downwind. Right about there. There's our TPA, we'll nose it over, trim it over. When we're beam the numbers, we will go ahead and start our power reduction. We're at 1,320 feet, holding straight and level. We're a beam, we'll go ahead and start that power reduction. I like to reduce to about 1,700 RPMs, let the nose come down. Speed's below 110, first notch flaps coming in. Let the nose come down. A nice stabilized descent right here. Speed's below 85, second notch. Keeping our heading, keeping this descent rate coming. Speeds are about 74 knots. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is turning left base for 30 Chandler traffic. Go ahead and go full flaps. The nose coming down, go ahead and increase that descent rate just a little bit. I like to kind of fly and stay high at night. As we roll out on base here. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is left base 30, Chandler traffic. Chandler traffic 12386 is turning final 30, Chandler traffic. Alright, so we're about 71 knots. We're about 300 foot per minute descent. We're coming onto the final course. I flew a little bit of a wide crosswind there, so I'm going to have to kind of dogleg it over here. But we will get there. Go ahead and reduce the power even more because she's not wanting to come down. Although we do have a little bit of a headwind, so as we turn final, we'll get a heck of a drop. There's our glide slope indicator. We're 3 white, 1 red, so we are currently above glide. Speeds are good, flaps are in, mags are on both, fuel shutoff valve is in, tanks are on both, and we are on the glide slope. We'll go ahead and hold that right about here just for momentarily. I like to stay a little bit high here at Chandler. They've got some trees on final that can be a little, well, not so fun. So we're looking to stay 2 white, 2 red until we at least cross the threshold. A little bit of a crosswind here. Speeds are good. Lights coming on. Getting a little low here on final. Flaps coming up, fuel coming in, looking for 55 knots, there's 55, go ahead and rotate, get a little bit of up trim here. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is upwind 30, Chandler traffic. We're looking for 800 feet again here before we start our turn. Ball's nice in the center, got a good climb going here. About 80 knots. We could be climbing faster, we could be climbing slower. Lights coming out. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is turning left crosswind 30, Chandler traffic. Looking for about 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,005, and turn. As we pass through 1,100 feet, go ahead and reduce a little bit of power. Keeping our hand on the throttle as we're at low altitudes. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is turning left downwind 30, Chandler traffic. Looking for about 120 on the heading. TPA and on heading, and as we come abeam, we'll start our power reduction. Speeds below 110, first notch flaps, keep the nose coming down. Reduce the power to about 1700, I like. It seems to work well. Oil temperature and pressure is still good, vacuum is still good, all looks good. Keeping our 120 heading, we're keeping our descent rate, keeping our speed up, keeping the ball in the center. As we turn base, we'll go and turn on our landing and taxi lights. Then bring in full flaps. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is turning left base 30, Chandler traffic. Keeping our speed good. Keeping that coordinated turn coming. We're looking about 30 degrees, I believe it is here, for the base leg. It's about 30. As you can see, we've got that headwind blowing us. Take a look over at the runway. Go ahead and start our turn into final here. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is turning final for 30 Chandler traffic. Alright, we are full flap, 72 knots, 450 feet per minute descent. I'm going to go ahead and stay a little bit higher this time. I sunk a little bit below the glide slope there, and I wasn't comfortable with that, especially here at Chandler. As you can see, man, we're pointing this way and we're blowing that way just because of this wind situation. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is final, 30 Chandler traffic. Full stop. So as you can see, I'm 4 white now, I'm 1 red, 3 white. I don't want to sink too low here because we got those trees, so I kind of like to stay high. Speed's good, lights are on, camera action, we're coming into that glide slope. Go ahead and pull slowly to 0 on the power. Flaps up. And we'll taxi back here. Chandler traffic, Cessna 12386 is clear of 30 Chandler traffic. Taxiing back to Fresno Flyers parking, Chandler.